İskoçya şu anda vergi, savunma ve uluslararası ilişkiler hariç her konuda bağımsız. 2014 yılında tamamıyla bağımsız olsun mu, olmasın mı konulu bir referandum var. Ve biz de şimdi İskoçya sokaklarında soracağız. Referandumda nasıl oy vereceksiniz? Sophie, are you for or against Scottish independence in 2 years' time?
I'd probably say I'm for Scottish independence.
So you want Scotland to be totally independent?
Yeah, I think it would be a great thing for Scotland. I mean, we've got so many natural resources. I think we can obviously run our own country. I think it's a fantastic idea. Yeah.
So if there's referendum in 2 years' time, that's how you will be voting for?
Yes, it's correct.
So Letitia, how are you going to vote in referendum?
I'm not.
You're not going to vote?
No.
Are you not going to vote or are you against the independence?
I'm against it. Yeah.
So you're going to vote against the idea?
Well, I think so. Yeah.
So Stephanie, how will you be voting in this Scottish referendum issue in 2014?
I'm not for independence.
You're not for independence?
No.
Why is that?
I think we should stay as one country, England and Scotland. So.
Okay. And what about you?
I'm the very same. Just always stay with Britain. Also, well, the British Isles. I think we should stay as one.
You guys think that you will be bigger and stronger if you stayed?
Absolutely. Yep. I don't think Scotland's big enough to keep itself going. So I think definitely, yep, we stay as one.
So how will you be voting in 2014 referendum?
I'm going to vote against it.
Why is that?
Because I believe Scotland would be better off if it was still part of the United Kingdom.
Thank you. And what about you?
I'm voting against it.
And why is that? Same issue?
Yeah, same reasons. Yeah.
How will you be voting in the referendum?
Most definitely no,
Why is that?
because I'd rather die than be independent from the rest of the United Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah, we will leave Scotland if the referendum goes with a yes vote.
İngiltere'den ayrılacağıma ölürüm daha iyi. Kesinlikle referandumda hayır diyeceğim diyor. Well, you got quite strong feelings about it and I hope what you wish comes through.
Thank you. I'm sure it will.
Girt Futbol Kulübü'nün önündeyiz ve bizi buraya getiren taksi şoförüyle birlikteyiz. Charlie, which football team do you support?
Glasgow Celtic.
And would you say that mostly Catholics support that team or am I wrong?
Predominantly Catholics in Glasgow support Celtic, and Protestants will normally support Glasgow Rangers.
And are you Catholic?
Yes, Roman Catholic.
And are you mostly the Catholic supporting Celtic team? Are you mostly immigrants from Ireland over the century, or?
Not always, but it steps back to Irish immigrants coming over from Ireland for the potato famine, and Glasgow Celtic was formed as a charity to feed the poor, and it's just been born in Glasgow Celtic Football Club now.
We just interviewed an old gentleman, and who said that Celtics were a violent team and known to be supporting IRA in the past. What would you say to that?
I would say in Glasgow, and having lived here all my life, there is violent tendencies on both sides. Some Celtic supporters will sing about the Irish Republican Army from the Irish heritage, and some Rangers fans will sing about UVF, UDA, they're Irish loyalist terrorists as well.
And is it true that a Protestant player could not play football for the other team or vice versa?
It's actually, Rangers had a policy from when they begun in 1872 not to sign any Catholics to play for their team, and that changed in 1989. But Glasgow...
Let me get that right. So Rangers did not have any Catholic players until
1989, so over 100 years, their policy was not to sign any Catholic players at all.
And how did that end?
There was a high-profile player called Maurice Johnson. He was a Catholic from Glasgow. He played for Celtic before, and he was meant to go back to Celtic when he came back from France, and Rangers ended up signing him. But you had Rangers fans here that were burning their scarves and their tickets because they didn't want to go back to the stadium because of them signing a Catholic.
Okay, that's very interesting. I didn't know that much about the history. Well, thank you very much, and we hope that football will be always pleasant and peaceful.
Yeah, it should be a good rivalry, but you don't need all the violence and all the religious sectarianism that goes with it.
Rangers Futbol Club'un önündeyiz ve Crawford'a soracağız. Which team do you support?
Rangers.
And how many years it has been that you support Rangers?
50 years. 50 years.
Do you still come to football matches?
No, I don't. No, I do not.
And Tell me, are you Catholic or Protestant?
Protestant.
And would you say that most Protestants in Glasgow support Rangers? Is that right?
Most of them live a long way away. They don't support Rangers, they don't support anyone.
Yeah.
In this area here, they support Rangers. This area, Gulfin, this area.
Serken İskoçyalı değil ama İngiliz bir öğrenciye rastladık. Jess, you're English, is that right?
Yes, I am.
And you are studying in this university, which subject?
English literature.
And how much do you pay? Because you're English, you have to pay, is that right? Because you're not Scottish.
I pay about £1,800 a year.
Okay, and if you were Scottish, you were not going to pay anything. And what do you say about that?
I think it's good that in Scotland you don't have to pay tuition fees. But I don't mind paying as I'm English because it's actually cheaper for me to come here than it would be for me to go to university in England.
So, İskoçya'da üniversite eğitimi ucuz olduğu için buraya gelmiş. So, one more question. You are English, and in 2 years' time, Scotland might have a referendum and argue that they should be totally independent from England. What do you say to that?
I don't think Scotland should be independent because I don't think it's economically feasible. I think it would cause a lot of problems.
You're saying they are not ready as far as the economic power is concerned?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks very much. You too.